In today's video, I'm going to be showing how to crochet the Almond Ridge Stitch. This is a beautifully textured stitch that feels so wonderful to the touch. And although it's worked in a 4-row repeat, don't let that intimidate you. It is so much easier than it sounds because two of those rows are exactly the same per section. So really it's more like 2 and 2. But I will admit that figuring out where to place your stitches can feel a little tricky at first. So I'll be sharing plenty of tips along the way to help you read your work, recognize the placement, and stay on track. For the sample you see here, I used a weight 4 cotton yarn with a 4mm hook. Now I did change colors after every fourth repeat, but this would be just as beautiful if you used a variegated yarn or just a single color. Like I mentioned earlier, we're doing a 4-row repeat, but two of those rows are exactly the same per section. We're only working with half double crochets and slip stitches. So those first two rows will go 3 half double crochets, 3 slip stitches all the way across. And then we're switching it for the next two rows. 3 slip stitches, 3 half double crochets all the way across. So easy. Adding a slip knot to my hook. We're going to begin by making a chain that is a multiple of 6 plus 4. So that just means we're going 6, 6, 6 all the way across, and then 4 more at the very end. So for example here, I'm doing a chain of 22. This is just our setup row. After that, we'll start our 4-row repeat. Starting in the second chain from the hook, 1, 2, work a slip stitch in each of the next 3 chains. Get used to doing this nice and loose. You will thank yourself later. Next, work a half double crochet in each of the next 3 chains. And now we're just going to continue this across. 3 slip stitches, 3 half double crochets. When you come to the last 3 chains, you should be doing 3 slip stitches. If you're using the same color, chain 1 and turn. But if you do want to change colors, go ahead and do that now. There's a couple of different ways you can go about color changes with a slip stitch. You can backtrack. To complete your last stitch, go in, and instead of pulling your yarn through, bring in your new color. Pull the yarn through, and then chain 1 and turn. Or if you've already completed your stitch, you can remove the hook from the yarn, go into the sidebar of your slip stitch, and into the base of the chain. Bring in your new color, and pull through. And before you pull on that loop, I would recommend that you do your chain 1 first. And then pull. And now we're ready for the 4-row repeat. Turn. By the way, if you don't want to deal with a lot of ends, you can carry your yarn as you go. Just work over the tails as you make your stitch. This is a really dense stitch, so it covers them nicely. From here on out, we're going to be working the back loop only for every single row. And this is where people have the most trouble with this stitch. It can be really confusing to know where that is. To find your back loop, pull the work towards you and look at the top of your row. This is your back loop. These are not your back loops. Again, at the top, towards the back. If you ever get confused on that, just turn your work over to the front and then find the top of your stitch. These are the ones you want. A little side tip here, when you first start trying this stitch out, work with a lighter color. It's a lot easier to see those stitches. For the first 2 rows of the repeat, we're starting with a half double crochet. Now bear with me, this is going to be very hard for me to show you for the very first stitch because I don't have a lot to hold on to. So here's my chain 1, and here's my back loop that I'm working my half double crochet. So that's 1 half double so far. We need to do 3 total. So half double into the next back loop only of the next stitch. And another in the next. In each of the next 3 stitches, do a slip stitch. So remember, towards you at the top, back loop only, slip stitch. Nice and loose. 2, 3. And now you're just going to repeat that sequence all the way across, 3 half doubles, and then 3 slip stitches. When you come to the end, add a half double crochet in each of the last 3 stitches. If you can't easily see where to put your stitch, again, just turn it over to find the front. There it is, right there. Chain 1 and turn, and repeat the sequence. Again, back loop only. That's the chain I just made. There's the back loop of the stitch. Three half doubles, 3 slip stitches, alternating across. Ending with 3 half double crochets. So that's half of your repeat done. Now we're going to switch it up. Chain 1 and turn. Now instead of doing half double crochets to begin and end, we're going to do slip stitches. So pull the work towards you. Here's the chain I just made, and there's the back loop of the very first stitch. Add a slip stitch. 1, 2, 3. And as you can see, the more rows you do, the easier it is to make your stitches because you have more to hold on to manipulate it. Now it's 3 half double crochets. 1, 2, 3. We're just going to alternate that across, 3 slip stitches, 3 half doubles. Again, be really nice and loose with your slip stitches. Makes it so much easier to work into later. Otherwise, you'll be tearing your hair out. Last 3, 3 slip stitches. Chain 1 and turn, and repeat the sequence. 3 slip stitches, 3 half doubles. ending with 3 slip stitches. So that's your 4-row repeat. The easiest way to count these for me is to look where these half double crochets are. They create a line when 2 rows are completed. So here's a line for these first 2, then here's a line for these 2. That way I can count that I've done 4. That's the other reason I did color changes, so you could easily see those 4 rows. And just again with the color change, I'm going to do it in the sidebar of the slip stitch and the base of the stitch. I feel like it holds everything in place better for me when I do the color changes. Chain 1 and then pull on the loop. And now just repeat rows 2 through 4 to complete your project. So remember, we start with half double crochets, then slip stitches, ending with 3 half double crochets, chain 1 and repeat. And then for the next 2 rows, reverse the sequence. Slip stitch for the first 3, followed by 3 half double crochets all the way across, ending with 3 slip stitches. And I think you can see how tough the end can be because those slip stitches can get really tight. So try to be as relaxed as you can with those. Chain 1 and turn and repeat that row. 3 slips, 3 half doubles, ending with 3 slip stitches. Well, look at that. I forgot to carry the tails as I was going. I'll have to weave those in. Doesn't matter, I don't mind. Now, I didn't do it with my samples, but if you wanted your top side to match your bottom side, then I would recommend that you do 2 more rows of the repeat just to make it look the same as the bottom. Also, you'll notice that you have a beautiful edging. If you want it to be straight, you can even it out with different height stitches. So here where the stitches are low, you can do a single crochet or half double crochets. And when they're high, you can either do slip stitches or single crochets. I would recommend that you play with that to see what works best with your tension. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, a like is always appreciated. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.